What's up, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to the channel, your home for all things Buffalo Bills. Let me start by saying this. The Buffalo Bills are not sitting back. They're not coasting. They're working every single day to perfect the process, fine-tune the roster, and bring us that long-awaited Super Bowl title. It's not just about talent. It's about trust, continuity, and commitment. Now, we got an exclusive story today that proves just how seriously the team is taking 03. Before we jump in, do me a favor, hit that like button if you believe in Josh Allen and this team's mission. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss a beat all season long. Let's get into it. Because what the Bills just did for Josh Allen, it's being called the best offseason move in the NFL. All right, let's talk facts. Earlier this offseason, the Buffalo Bills made a franchise-defining decision. They extended Josh Allen's contract. Now here's the kicker. Allen already had 4 years left on his deal. But instead of waiting, the Bills front office said, nah, we're locking in our guy right now. And lock him in. They did. 6 years. $330 million with a jaw-dropping $250 million guaranteed. The most in NFL history. That's not just a paycheck. That's a statement. And according to NFL analyst Mike Sando of The Athletic, it's the best move Buffalo made this offseason. Let's see exactly what Sando said. Keeping quarterback Josh Allen happy on an extension worth $55 million per year, well below. The $60 million threshold set by Dak Prescott affirmed that the relationship between the team and its franchise quarterback remains strong. That's huge. The Bills weren't obligated to make this move. They did it because they're thinking long term. They're showing the locker room and the fan base that Josh Allen is everything. And let's be honest, he is. He's the reason we're in the conversation every single year. He's the reason we haven't taken a step back, even after a tough offseason. He's the face, the heart, and the soul of his franchise. And now, he's officially here to stay. But that's not all. This isn't just about one superstar. It's about continuity across the roster. General manager Brandon Beane and head coach Sean McDermott have made it clear. Their goal isn't to rebuild every year. It's to develop, retain, and elevate. And heading into the 2025 season, the Bills are returning 84.2% of their active roster from last year. Third most in the NFL. Only the Broncos and Packers are bringing back more. That means the offensive line, one of the most consistent, dominant units in the league last season, is back intact. That's great news for keeping Allen upright and dangerous. The defense? It's been reshuffled where it needed to be, especially along the D-line, where we saw some cracks in last year's playoff loss. Beane didn't sit on his hands. He went to work in free agency and the draft to add more power and depth up front. And the wide receiver room? After a shaky 2024, the Bills added Joshua Palmer and Elijah Moore, while banking on the rise of Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid to become long-term stars. This isn't a team chasing headlines. It's a team building something sustainable. It's that classic run-it-back mentality. But with upgrades in key spots and a laser focus on getting over the hump. So here's what went down. The Bills are deep into OTA practices, and free agent wide receiver Elijah Moore is already catching eyes and passes from none other than NFL MVP Josh Allen. Now Moore's been around the league a bit. He was a second-round pick by the New York Jets in 2021, spent time in Cleveland, and now he's suiting up in Bills blue and red. But this is the first time in his NFL career that he's in a stable environment with a franchise quarterback leading the charge. And let me tell you, he's noticing the difference. In an interview with WGR 550 AM, Moore couldn't hide his excitement about what he's seeing in Orchard Park. Here's what he said. When I wasn't in, I was just watching. Him, because obviously I'm on the other side of it now. I've been playing against him for going into 4 years now. And it just looked better now that he's on my side. The balls were pretty. You love to hear that. Moore went on to praise Allen's balance between intensity and joy, saying the quarterback jokes around but stays locked in. Exactly the kind of leadership you want out of your MVP signal caller. That's the culture we're building in Buffalo. And for a guy like Moore, who hasn't had this kind of opportunity yet, it's a fresh start in the best possible situation. Let's be real for a second. Elijah Moore hasn't broken out yet. His numbers so far in the NFL, 120 catches on 206, Targets, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns in 34 games. Not bad, but also not what scouts expected from a guy who was drafted 34th overall and known for his game-breaking speed out of Ole Miss. But here's where it gets exciting. Moore told reporters, I work my ass off every single season. I just know that I'm the type of player that's going to show it. I just got to get in the right system. Bills Mafia, this might be that system. Let's not forget, Buffalo's wide receiver room saw some serious turnover this offseason. With Gabe Davis out and Stephon Diggs traded to Houston, the depth chart is wide open behind Keon Coleman and Curtis Samuel. That means guys like Elijah Moore, Joshua Palmer, and Justin Shorter are all battling to make their mark. And Moore's early chemistry with Allen might give him the edge. What makes this pairing even more interesting is how Moore fits into the offensive vision of Ken Dorsey and Joe Brady. He's got the quickness to operate from the slot, the speed to take the top off a defense, and now, finally, a quarterback who can hit him in stride anywhere on the field. It's early days, but the connection is real. And if Moore keeps stacking good practices, he could be the surprise contributor of the 2025 season. So, Bills Mafia, let's talk. Josh Allen is locked in with a record-breaking deal. The core of the roster is coming back stronger than ever. And the front office is balancing loyalty with smart strategic upgrades. Now the question is it enough? Can this continuity and commitment carry us to Super Bowl glory in 2025? Do you believe that this is the roster that can finally go all the way? Let me know in the comments. I want your honest take. Are you confident? Are you concerned? Who's the X factor this season? One thing's for sure. The Bills aren't playing games. They're building for now and for the future. And if you believe in the direction of this team, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe. We're going to be here with you all season. Every snap, every storyline, and hopefully every step toward a Lombardi trophy. Thanks for rocking with me today. Go Bills. Let's make history.